Well, look at you, Special Brew, messing about on the internet all nice. I'm Pete Donaldson, and it's a bumper week for video game fluff coming out in the UK, and here is some of it.
Yes, he's killed the Empress.
The year is 1800 and something. A mysterious plague has hit a British industrial town, a plague which turns the inhabitants into violent, dribbling psychopaths. Just imagine Sunderland now, add things like houses, running water, organised local government, that sort of thing, and you're pretty much there. Anyway, life's a bit crap for the poor of Dunwall, but pretty blinking brilliant for the rich, and being a man who's been wronged by the stuck-up poshos in the past, it's up to you to level the scores a little. Shimmying up drain pipes, sashaying across rooftops, dispensing death and misery upon anyone you see fit. Think Kay Burley, but less brutal, and you're pretty much there. This is Dishonored, a game unlike every AAA release of the last few years in that it contains no multiplayer mode, no co-op. This is a game for people who enjoy storylines, throwing people off ledges, and inhabiting fish. Not in the way that lonely fishermen do with Unlucky Skate, actually inhabiting them. Surely the first game since Robocod to allow you to do this. Now, I know what you're going to say. Dolphins are mammals, alright? They make milk. Delicious. Salty milk.
They call him Flipper, Flipper, faster than light.
Look at that, dolphin milking. Oldest job in the world next to prostitution, I tell you. Sorry, where was I? Oh yeah, Dishonored, a game in which you're frequently judged on how little mess you make, not necessarily on the end result. This ain't your Borderlands or your Man vs. Food. And if you want a game that provides a gloriously rich, chaotic world with spells, potions, creative rooftop murder, and one that plays like a Victorian Deus Ex, you've got it all right here and more. Get it, get it, get it. Stand over there! No, there. You're not doing it right. Move that coffee table. Watch me tea. You're making too much noise. Your dad's on nights, for f***'s sake. Yes, all the good, honest family fun of Microsoft's motion controller in a game world you're already rather fond of. Fable The Journey is out now. Not to be confused with Journey the Fable, which is a bizarre set of internet/fiction stories starring singer Steve Perry. Before Peter Molyneux left Microsoft to go and do his own crazy thing, he announced, then wrote checks his behind couldn't cash, and then completed development on what was supposed to be Kinect's first title to satisfy hardcore gamers, whatever they look like in 2012. But was Journey akin to old Petey Pops breaking up with a girlfriend, collecting his stuff, and then sewing prawns into the living room curtains? I mean, Fable's always been the stylised, fair, Belle and Sebastian listening younger brother to your more gritty fantasy RPGs, the kind of thing you'd be happy to play in front of your mum. It's Strictly, it's Potter, it's a cup of tea and a nice sit down, and who doesn't love that? Only time will tell, though, whether or not this will damage or enhance the series' rep, though we will say this, at least someone is having a crack at making the Kinect relevant to those of us who love a good yarn. Also out this week is the long-awaited XCOM Enemy Unknown. The original XCOM/UFO was kind of like the Sex Pistols 100 Club show. Every man and his dog had reportedly experienced it, but very few could tell you actually what happened. Anyway, after 3 or 4 abortive attempts to revive the franchise, plus a first-person shooter that's still in development, the turn-based strategy loveliness has finally reached the high street, with all of the verve and B-movie kookiness that made the original a must-buy. For a game with so much scale, it shouldn't really be able to make you feel so gosh darn guilty when one of your little fellas meets his maker, but it does. Put simply, you need this game in your life.
Hey, heads up. I'm about to unleash my rage.
Finally, for now, this really is a bumper week for gaming. Pokemon Black and White 2, the sequel to Pokemon Black and White. Subtitled, I refuse to believe this is still a thing. In this game, all your favourites are back. Baffles, Rumpy, Kettlor, Faxasaur, Puckapad, and you're off once again on an adventure to get them all in your shiny ball. It's hard to recall a time when this series made a giant misstep, and fans young and old will no doubt hoover copies up like nobody's business. Sorry, Hooversaw. I meant Hooversaw. Right, that's about it for me. My very nice thing of the week is definitely Dishonored. Just look at it. See you next time. Have a lovely week. I'm off for a terrifically brackish dolphin milkshake.